Hello, my name is Richard Proctor. I am the author of Jon Smith, one of the books I have written. I've written another one, but we're going to talk about Jon Smith today. First, let me tell you some about me. I am currently living in Newnan, Georgia. I was 23 years in Colorado prior to this, moved back in March of this year, 2021. I am originally from Newnan, Georgia, so I spent 9 years here and then grew up most of my time in Atlanta. Most of my career has been working for corporations in telecommunications and IT. As such, I'm no longer in that field. So let's talk about Jon Smith a minute. And one thing I want to iterate is that people ask, well, what is your writing style? Well, my writing style is sort of a mix of Edgar Rice Burroughs and William Faulkner, so with a little Hemingway thrown in. But I try to, it's fiction, but it's fiction about the real world. I wrote this book 11 years ago, and in fact it was two books, Jon Smith and Jon Smith 2. 2 years ago I realized, I wasn't real happy with either book, and I decided it should be the same book, one book. I combined them, I did some rewrites and some re-editing and re-released it in June of 2019. It's a story about, it takes place in 2010, or starts in 2010, but quickly moves to the year 2020, which we are now past. Basically, it's about a man who sees the world becoming a lot of like what it is now, corporatist, socialist, banning of a lot of things that people like to do, like hunt and eat red meat and things like this. And he decides to go off the grid. He's bought a piece of property up in a valley, and he disagrees with his wife, who sort of conforms with the way things are going. He has a young son and a young daughter. His son is age 8 when the book starts, and he decides to take his son with him because he doesn't want his son growing up in the same environment, not truly becoming an individual man. His daughter is left behind with the wife. Basically, we fast forward 10 years, and they have built a cabin. They're living in the valley with about 200 other such folks who have the same thought that they do and live off the land and live with each other. And the crux of the story is that the wife, Catherine, develops cancer, and the state does not want to treat her. Therefore, Amanda goes off to find her father, and her father and Chris is the son, and to bring the family back together up in the mountains. And it takes place in Colorado. That's sort of the crux of the story. But in the meantime, the backstory is that the New World Order, or the government, doesn't want all these outliers, so they're making plans to bring these people in, and of course it relates to a military conflict. The second book goes into that as well, just a lot deeper, and a lot of different things happen. I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to ruin the story. I'd really like for you to read it and enjoy it. Many people that read it, they enjoy it. They say it's a good story, lots of subplots in it, and just kind of reminds them of things. So that is Richard Proctor. That is Jon Smith. Thank you for your time today. Thank you.